Daryl. It's 3:30 in the morning, West Coast time. It's the 15th of February, 2024. Oh yeah, let's do the rest of it. Weaver, John City, Rosamond, California. Okay, enough of that one. Responding to the video that you had concerning about that guy, I saw the picture yesterday on social, and I'm like, okay, total red jumpsuit, no markings on the damn thing. Yeah, clearly to blend in regarding the shootings, and if he is what I think he is, I'm not quite sure anything else on that one. But if he is what I think he is, oh boy. Yeah, because in this situation, we're talking about gang shooting, dude. He's not organized, as in other places that are would pay for his services. It's probably his personal. I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past him. If he owed money, I mean, if he was owed money and he was trying to collect, it's one thing. But this was a hit. If it's not considered terrorist, it should have been considered domestic terrorism. What they're looking for the terrorist activity at this point over here is, was there any foreign involvement? Was the guy trained in another country? That would have been one form of terrorism that they would be looking for and trying to protect against. Domestic, that's a different story altogether. And that's not that's nothing to laugh at or sneeze at. We've had that happening plenty of times out here in California. Plenty of gang hits happening. Hell, I remember back in the 70s, no, not the 70s, back in the 80s, hearing the stories about it. Some people were afraid of wearing certain specific colors on their clothing, or just colors period, because they would represent which particular gang was coming through. Red and blue, blood and Crips out here. Didn't matter which particular hood they were from. If they were still blood and Crips, that was it. I mean, we still got the old gang members out there still trying to uh, deprogram these guys. They've already been through the system too many damn times. They don't want it happening to the younger generation. Unfortunately, the younger generation is still going through the same damn shit. We're still getting gang initiations going on. So if we do have the blood and Crips running out there in Kansas City, then they got a problem. They ought to change their laws into domestic terrorism for the state and their local. It's the only way to deal with these kids. Can't do RICO because it's not an organized racketeering. No, it's just plain thuggery. That's why they would consider it criminal at this point. Scared the shit out of me every time we keep hearing about that on the news. How the hell is that supposed to be dressing up without getting killed? And how about if some of the kids are actually starting to think about that one? See, that was the terrifying thing about the whole thing. I'm going on CNN's websites, trying to get the information. This took major precedence because, oh, she was the one that got killed. Oh, shit. A radio DJ, the one that got killed out there by the spray? Lisa Lopez Galvin. She was employed by a radio station, KKFI 90.1. Well, actually, she died after getting shot at the rally. It's still horrifying to see this. I'm still trying to find out where that picture is concerning about what they're looking at. It's a hell of a news article they have. Every time there has been a shooting that's gotten major on the papers, I feel like I'm doing a knee jerk reaction on this damn thing, but not to the point where it's causing me emotional stress. To the point when I have to send letters over to my shrink on this one? Holy crap, dude. And regarding the anger session between the player and his coach, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. You were talking about you feel a sympathy for the kids. You're asking, or indirectly, how would you feel of being a father at one time, or in your current state? If I'm not mistaken, actor James Doohan became a father in this state, almost in the 50s or 60s, I think. And he raised a good kid, I think. Took after his dad. So yeah, that's possible for old farts like us if we still have it. But how do we feel if we're going to be trying to protect our kids from a massive shooting? They were also mentioning on the news is different clips I kept running into on YouTube. I mean, yeah, I have to watch the regular stuff early in the morning just to see what the hell is going on. But Kansas City, Missouri, and the state itself don't have laws that'll protect them from, hopefully, prevent situations like this from happening. And yeah, it is scary listening to Automatic Weapon because I listen to Automatic Weapon from time to time out here in Roseman. I'm loading up my videos even as we speak. And I'm going to label them as soon as I get them going out there. Every time there's getting more and more of a shooting. I mean, there's more shootings that we don't know of that they're adding to the crime statistics. We got state and federal governments that won't act. And for the ones that try to act, they're constantly getting shouted down and not to mention sued left and right because of Second Amendment rights. We have the right to defend ourselves. We have the right to have guns. We have the right to shoot people. We have that right. Apparently, they have the right to mass murder as well. Don't they feel good about themselves? I try to make it into a damn threat, but it is not a threat. It's a terrifying example I have to put out there to show people how lunacy and how idiotic it is just to have a gun out there for what? You're going to shoot somebody you don't like and you're going to have murder at that point? Kind of reminded me of Trayvon Martin. Kind of reminded me of the Trayvon Martin shooting out in Florida. Kid didn't ask for anything. He was just getting stuff from the store. He was coming back home. He gets shot up by some asshole. He gets shot. Kid didn't even have a weapon. He looked suspicious. Damn thing was thrown out. And the shooter still walks. Family still grieves, but the shooter got notoriety of being the shooter. And that's a scary damn thing right now. I'm listening to MSNBC talking about weapons in space. We'll turn it up. Okay, so I'm going to mute that for a little bit. I'm going to mute that for a little bit because that's getting wheel out there, and I'll probably have to talk more about that crap a little bit later in another video. Because there's been other things I can add to the discussion on that one. While they were talking, I was doing some research on the CNN shit. I saw the picture. I mean, I had saw one. On social media, I did see one picture. A tall black guy. What was he, about 6'1", in a red jumpsuit, nondescript. Three of them. They only released a picture of one, but they didn't show the other picture or the other mugshots concerning about the other guys, if they are actually proven to be the shooter. If he wanted to disturb the whole thing, the guy in a red jumpsuit, if he is indeed, I mean, yeah, he looks guilty as hell just by what he's wearing. Everyone, or looks like most of the people, are wearing red, one form or another. Was he found with a weapon? There's no other stories concerning about this guy, and the investigation is still ongoing. If he is part of a gang doing a shooting, then they're really going to tear into this one here. He's going to be lawyering up, and we won't find anything else later on unless the police actually do their research thoroughly on this guy's history. And if they happen to find out if this guy that they're showing in the picture is involved with the shooting directly, well then it's going to be a hell of a trial. If he's not involved, that's the other thing they need to find out. But they're just getting started on this one here, Daryl. They're just getting started on it. Now, the other thing that I was trying to make a point on, because the other videos I'm loading up, one of them happens to deal with the U.S. congressman jumping the gun regarding Russia breaking rules left and right. And that's the other thing I was researching at this point. Back in the 80s, Reagan and Gorbachev were trying to make a pact between the crumbling empire and the United States of not throwing nukes at each other. The START Treaty. That was something during our time, pal. And Russia suspending the damn thing? What I'm looking for right now is the definition to the START Treaty. Okay, well, thank God for Wikipedia. I needed to get the acronyms. What we're looking at here. Treaty of Moscow. Now what the hell? I know it's nuclear arm reduction at this point. But I need to just get the damn acronym for it. That's what pisses me off. Original START Treaty. I thought it was Stark Treaty. Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty. Bilateral. It was signed back in 1991. Entered into force in 1994. Would limit amount of nuclear warheads on both sides. Those damn things are ancient. We haven't made any more nuclear weapons because of the treaties we've had with Russia. And what scared the hell out of people, I think back in 2022, 2023, Putin was making innuendos one way or another of using nukes, ancient nukes, but nuclear weapons nevertheless. And what I was trying to make an indication on the previous video is, what if we got a nuclear tipped cruise missile coming down our pipe? New York City would be hit, because why not hit New York City? I'm more worried about the damn West Coast at this point. But then again, they also have to worry about Washington, D.C. getting zapped. I hate to say this. Google Map. Have you ever looked at Washington, D.C., how it's laid out? Where's the command and control? Right in the center of town. Now, granted, Washington, D.C. has got bunkers down there for officials to work in. And surface places don't have nuclear capability of intercepting. That's why they've got aircraft to do it. And if we have Patriot batteries up and down the coastline, that's a terrifying thought, isn't it? It was bad enough thinking about we actually had nuclear silos all over the damn place, especially when we got into the nuclear age. Especially when we were able to find out that we could slap a nuke on a rocket and send it somewhere. Get older, you get more paranoid about these damn shits because you don't know how you're going to survive it in the damn thing. And the other reason why I went off on the deep end on some of my files on this one. I'm just waiting for the transfer to kick in. My laptop is slower than shit again this morning. If Putin decides to wipe out the damn START treaty, that means he'll be sending payloads up in space. He's already got capability. He's got the capability of sending it on man missions. Just take those kind of rockets that he's been sending up, the Soyuz, and mount a weapon on the damn thing and launch into space. Screw the damn treaties. That's what scares the hell out of me. Should scare that hell out of you too. See, I wasn't caring about the football player screaming at his coach in anger. I really didn't care about that damn thing. There's a lot of heated emotions happening. So, Travis Kelce was pissed off. Okay, big deal. That wouldn't affect me as much. Having a shooting at a rally, that would affect me a great deal on that one. And just as bad as hearing about a congressman pulling up intel that Russia's developed, that hypothetically speaking or theoretically speaking, if Russia is pulling up all their technology and capability of standing up a platform up in space orbiting us, we got a nuclear race coming up, and that should scare the crap out of both of us. It scares the hell out of me. So I don't know what the hell we're going to do at this point. Now, I'll probably talk about another video. I'll probably put up another video at this point over here just to do a mass load. I'm just waiting for the computer to stop acting out. What you were hearing in the background was MSNBC's Morning Joe crew talking about the Russian thing. Yeah, foreign policy, dude. Foreign policy. And how come Bo didn't pick up on this damn shit? He's always changing shirts on himself left and right. What the hell is this crap? What, he can't stay stinky in a shirt about 2 or 3 weeks? Good lord, what is this with this guy? Anyway, I'll talk at you later. As soon as I get this damn thing to work right. Click here, click there.